Escape the dungeon!
Hello everybody, this is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps, and I will be your host and game master, and I am joined by three stellar players. Zach Brass.
Hello.
Dom Brass.
Hello.
And Nate Brass.
That's me. I play Cypher.
Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing Scum and Villainy, a Forged in the Dark game published by Evil Hat Productions. Boys, this is episode 40. And I'm just guessing, might be wrong, but I'm guessing that this is going to be the last episode ending in a 0 in our Scum and Villainy series.
Ooh, making that call already, huh?
Gasp! I'm calling my shot. I'm pointing at the skyline. I'm stepping up to the bat.
Is that a challenge?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I hope you know you're going to look like a total goof now when we go for another 20 episodes.
I'm trying to appropriately, sell ourselves here. I'm trying to build up hype for the final job, the final mission.
The epic finale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, but this is going to be like an anime final arc where the final arc is actually as long as the whole rest of the fucking show.
You just compared my podcast to anime, Zach. I quit. I'm done. This podcast is over now.
I thought this was all supposed to be anime themed. Like, I thought that was the thing. That
anyway,
we came in all... Okay.
The ending is coming up. And I think it's important for all of us as we're, thinking about the upcoming finale, whether that's 5 episodes from now, 6 episodes from now, maybe 7 episodes from now. I don't know. But I think it's important for us to think of all the bad endings to movies and games and books and TV shows and try not to do what they did.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So no Bran becoming king.
What? I thought that was like what it was all leading up to.
No glowing red, green, or blue lights.
They were in purgatory the whole time.
No purgatory the entire time. What to you guys are endings to things that have retroactively ruined the entire thing?
I mean, I feel like we named some of the obvious ones, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, Lost was rough. I mean, I guess I still like the first 2 seasons, but it really made the... I was able to make some concessions while watching it at the time with some of the later seasons. But then when it ended like that, it's like, well, nope, I now hate all of that stuff that I was weary about from season 3 onward. And I'm unable to accept it. It's like, season 3 could have been good if the ending was good. But because the ending wasn't good, I'm like, no, actually, it sucked too.
I remember not hating the Lost finale at the time, but I don't think I haven't gone back to rewatch Lost or anything since then. And I can barely remember, were they dead the whole time? Was that the thing? Or
it was something like that.
They were dead, but not dead the whole time.
They were in purgatory on the island. But look, the whole point, it was stupid. I just remember being like, well, this is, it's just kind of dumb, whatever it was so long ago. I can't quite remember.
No, it was bad. It's terrible.
But I was this was a very disappointing ending for me.
Nate, do you have a least favorite ending to something?
Not something good. Like I have those like trash shows that just get worse and worse as you go on. And you're like, oh man, it was a guilty pleasure season 1 and 2, but now it's just garbage.
Yeah, there are series like that, aren't there? Like Heroes,
Yeah.
you know, where it the bad ending really started in basically the second season and kept going on and on.
Really, anything I've ever watched from the CW.
Sometimes you just keep on watching out of morbid curiosity, you know?
I just give up on these shows.
Yeah, not anymore. But like back in a day, I had more tolerance. I'd be like, I'll watch this for another 3 seasons and see if it gets better.
Totally. I'm a total quitter now, though. Like,
yeah, now I'll quit after like 2 bad episodes.
Yeah, exactly. People should quit more things. That's what I'm always saying.
Yeah, well, you know, I wasted too much time in the mid 2000s watching like a whole season or 2 of bad shit after I liked the first half a season. And now I know. And plus they've just gotten so much, there's just so much stuff now. Like they're just constantly putting out shit. They're like, we'll get you with this really cool, we came up with the formula for a really cool first 3 episodes where we get this crazy mystery, but don't worry, we have no idea where any of it's going either. Yeah. So it's going to get bad.
Hard life.
That is unironically how I GM these games.
Oh, no! Good. Now wrap it all up in a silver bow.
Oh my god, scrambling through my notes, just sweating bullets, trying to figure out how I'm gonna get the Guild of Engineers and the...
It's fine. Crash was actually just in a coma from the first season.
We're just gonna wake up in a saloon or something.
Well, now you've gone and spoiled the actual ending.
Drugs. It was the first time we went away on downtime, and I did a bunch of drugs. Or Gorpheus did a bunch of drugs, and actually he overdosed, didn't he?
Hear that, listener? None of this actually happened.
Gotcha. This podcast is fake.
Idiots.
Yeah. You've been listening to white noise the entire time.
Only one of us is white noise. Anyway.
Guess which one?
Let's play this game.
Oh my god.
Welcome to the Procyon sector. Crash, Cypher, and Gorpheus, everyone's favorite bounty hunters, have had a lot of adventures. They've made friends, enemies, and lovers along the way. But all good things must come to an and end they have indeed for Gorpheus, because he's dead now. But perhaps not for long. When the only way out of a potent, mystical, psionic bargain was death, Gorpheus agreed to perform a strange ritual that would kill him and sever his bond to the Way, but which could be reversed to bring him back to life. With the help of Lasaya, the ritual is underway. Gorpheus is gone, and the only thing left to do is bring the Squid Man back to life, to the Phoenix Cypher and Crash. You see Gorpheus dead on a slab in front of you, on your kitchen table in the Phoenix 13. Lasaya is with you, and she told you that it is time to bring him back. But I don't want to start with the 3 of you. I want to start today's adventure with Gorpheus.
But he's dead.
Gorpheus, you are in a bright white void.
Oh.
You just went through terrible, terrible pain. But now you feel not uncomfortable, more like numb. Everything about you feels numb.
Huh.
And you look around and you're in this void, and there is silence. But after a few moments, it isn't silent. You do hear something distant, some melody that is playing. What do you do?
What does this melody sound like?
It's hard to make out from where you are, but you can sort of sense where the noise is coming from.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly make my way towards the creepy noises.
You start making your way towards this sound, and as you get closer, you realize that it's music.
Oh no.
Music that you have heard before.
Oh no.
A lifetime ago. Music that sounds like trumpets? You realize that you're hearing space ska.
What?
And all of a sudden, you see, in his checker print shirt and slicked back hair, standing in front of you, Bobby O.
Wait, Bobby O! I can't believe it! I thought you were dead!
I am dead, buddy. And so are you. Welcome to the afterlife, Gorpheus.
Wait, this is the afterlife? Okay. Okay, this is huge, actually. This is a lot. Wait, so what are you doing here? Like, where am I? What's going on?
I've been waiting for you, Gorpheus.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. I'm sorry about accidentally killing Bobby O. You know I didn't, like, you know, it was an accident. I tried to save you.
I know, Gorpheus. It's okay. Bobby O is at peace now. You don't need to worry about him.
Come again now? Wait, him? Not your Bobby O.
And he looks down at himself and he sort of straightens out his checker print shirt. This is just the shape that I'm in for you.
Oh, okay. Is this like you're someone who's not Bobby O, or is this more of like well, I've extended beyond traditional consciousness at this point, so I don't identify with Bobby O anymore.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Okay, cool. So I'm dead then, huh?
Yes, mostly. But, it feels like your friends are trying to bring you back. And, I guess that puts you at a bit of a crossroads, Gorpheus.
Yeah, I guess I am, huh? Are you like here to spirit guide me, or are you like, is this like well, I guess you're part of it, yeah?
I'm here to help you figure out what you want and who you're gonna be when you get back. If getting back is what you want.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty interested in this whole afterlife, but I still got stuff I have to do, so.
Yeah, don't we all?
I guess so. Yeah.
Gorpheus, in a matter of moments, you're gonna feel a push and a pull. A push to get out of here, a pull to stay. Your friends are gonna do everything they can for you, but they're gonna need your help too.
Oh, yeah. What can I do? How do you know about this?
Is that really the question you want to ask right now?
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. All right, Bobbio. How do we do this? How do I help my friends help me?
Your own connection to the way has been severed for now, Orpheus. In order to get that back, you're gonna need to reach out and grab the power of the way coming from your friends. You're gonna have to use that to tether yourself, to pull yourself back to life, and to restore your own connection with the way. It might not be easy. It might be the hardest thing you've ever done. But if that's what you want, that's what you need to do. You dig?
I dig, Bobbio. All right. I have complete and utter faith in you. This can't possibly go wrong.
No, Gorpheus. You gotta have faith in yourself. And Bobbio is gone, leaving just you in the bright white void. And so we cut back over to Crash and Cypher and Lysia standing over Gorpheus's cold body. And guys, this is going to be a ritual subsystem thing of my own design. But everyone is going to need to work together to perform this ritual, to bring Gorpheus back and to restore his power to the way. We are going to perform this ritual as a series of clocks. I am going to start an 8-segment clock with 2 segments already filled. And this is going to be a tug of war clock, which means it can go up or down. If this clock reaches all 8 segments, Gorpheus is brought back. If it gets reduced to 0 segments, we just reset the clock back at 2 segments. But Gorpheus gets a trauma.
All right. No big deal.
That will keep happening until he is either back or you have failed to fill up the clock 4 times, at which point that would be 4 traumas for Gorpheus. And Gorpheus cannot come back.
Traumas aren't that bad, Gorpheus. You make do with them, you know?
Wait, what?
Trauma, it's not that bad.
And so Lysia explains to the two of you that I will form a connection between the 3 of us and with Gorpheus's spirit, and we will have to reach out to him. We will have to lend him our physical, emotional, and spiritual strength in order to perform this ritual.
All right. This is it's kind of like a seance thing then, huh?
Yes, a seance is a very good way to think of it, Crash. We will have to commune with his spirit, and that is how we will bring him back.
And I assume this is going to involve us kind of connecting to the way and stuff?
Yes, but I will maintain the way connection, the way bridge to him.
Do you think it would be a good idea for us to break into his stash?
And she like stammers.
I mean, Gorpheus always seems so much more connected to the way, he says.
To answer your question mechanically, just like with anything else, you guys can use whatever skills you want. Take whatever actions you think would be helpful to bridge this spiritual connection. It doesn't have to be like attune checks to, use the way. It's whatever you think makes sense to, emotionally, spiritually convince Gorpheus to come back and to pull him back. So it's very open-ended.
I mean, that makes sense, Captain. I remember Gorpheus once saying it's more like medicines than real drugs. I didn't believe him at the time because he bought them from a guy in a trench coat. But
sometimes guys in a trench coat are the most trustworthy people out there.
That's true. That's true.
Gorpheus, in your void, you can hear the very muffled conversations beginning of your friends. It takes like a lot of effort for you to make out all the words, but you can sense their very distant presence.
Look, I'm just saying, at the very least, we should light some of Gorpheus' special incense.
Oh, Captain, what are you doing? I want to call out to them. Hey, guys! I'm trying to call out to you. See if you can feel my presence.
Talk to the dead?
No, I'm the dead.
Yes.
I'm talking to the living.
Yes, see if we can talk to the dead.
Yeah. I want to...
It just seems surely that would be easier with some mind-expanding properties.
I mean, for sure, I would think, but... I just want to use a sway check to see if I can even, reach them. Like, if they're able to perceive me in any kind of sense.
Gorpheus, your connection to the way is entirely severed right now. You cannot take any sort of mystical actions on your own. You are going to have to wait and see what the help of your friends manifests as, and then determine what you can do.
They'll never figure it out.
All right, I'm sure this is a good idea. Let's go get into Gorpheus Rate. You can do drugs, right, Cypher?
I can do magnets.
All right. Well, we can work with that.
I can just get fucked up with you, and then that's like the same thing, right?
Well, I don't know. I'm not an Urbot.
I think it sounds like Crash is gonna do a doctor check to get in the right wavelength. That's what it sounds like to me.
It's kind of what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like to me too.
Yeah.
So, Crash, give us the first action roll of this ritual.
All right, I'm going to roll doctor.
Well, you're good at doctor, right?
I mean, I'm not
dude, you're
untrained.
Nice.
I have a dice.
Just playing with my life here, man.
This is how we're starting. All right, it'll be fine. We're gonna build into it, and this is gonna be good. We can use gambits, right?
This just makes me feel so good after I was just told that I can't do anything until you guys do something useful.
Don't waste a gambit on one that you already have a dice in. We're gonna have to attune at some point today.
This is not technically a job, but I think it's in the spirit of the game to say that you have gambit.
It doesn't even matter because I just rolled a 6.
Explain to me what Crash does and how you think this helps with this ritual.
Well, Crash sets up some of Gorpheus's special incense.
Crash, I think you should smoke this one because it's floating. It's probably really good stuff.
Just floating crap.
Because, Gorpheus always says it helps him connect with the way. And you know what? That seems reasonable, right? Hallucinogenic drugs helping you connect with the way. I don't know. That tracks for me.
Crash does a bunch of hallucinogens as Lasaya like bridges this way connection between Crash and some other place. And Crash, you have never felt like this before. You're high, but it's like a different kind of high.
Has he been holding out on me?
You can swear in this moment, you can almost like sort of hear what other people are thinking, maybe? Like something weird is going on, man. And then you see, as you like spin around, a faint, translucent outline in the shape of Gorpheus standing at the far end of the room. And Gorpheus, in the void, you can see a faint, translucent outline of Crash. That somehow the connection has been bridged and he has a slight presence here.
I do like a shocked Pikachu face and point at him.
I'm going to say that you never let me set the position.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I was gonna make that a limited effect anyway, so I'm gonna say that was one segment on this clock, bringing you to 3 of 8.
All right, that might have been limited, but surely it will enhance our future prospects.
Gorpheus, what do you do as you see this image of Crash?
Captain Crash! Did you figure out the way? Let's go, dude! Let's go! This is great!
Okay, hey, Captain Crash! I try to talk to him.
Crash, you just feel like a faint, like buzzing sound in the back of your head.
I give a confused look.
But you can see the translucent image of Gorpheus reacting to you.
Yeah, so I react back. I do classic emotes to like indicate that I do not hear the words that I do not know what he's trying to communicate to me. I see him trying to communicate to me. I'm like, you need to charades this, bitch.
What about Cypher? What is Cypher doing as Crash just gets high and then starts doing charades?
Well, the captain's obviously onto something here.
Cypher is going to grab a giant future helmet thing, put it on the captain, and use it to read his brainwaves and try to dial myself to be in that frequency.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Okay. Give me an action roll for that.
I'm gonna hack my brain.
Sure. Give me a risky limited hack roll.
Okay. What happens when I have fried circuits that lessen my effect on a limited roll?
Oh, you do have fried circuits. I don't know what the actual answer to that question is. There might be a rule in the book. But what I'll adjudicate for right now is I'll just make that a desperate position instead.
I feel like we should have started in a not risky position. He's only dead because she told us to do it.
He's only dead. Like, what's so risky at this point? 4.
A 4. Okay, so I am going to tick off one segment of the recovery clock here. So that's 4 of 8 now. And Gorpheus, you see a shimmering outline in the shape of Cypher appear as well. Cypher has somehow attuned with the way. You didn't even know if this was possible.
It turns out it's all just actually numbers and science.
Cypher, this is going to make your harm worse. What level harm was that fried circuits on previously?
That was a 1.
Oh, thank God.
Upgrade that to a level 2 harm. Gorpheus can now see both of his allies. Both of you can now see the outline of him. You can maybe tangibly interact in some way. If you try and touch each other, it's almost like dipping your hand in like a very viscous, like goopy liquid kind of thing. Like dipping your hand in Vaseline.
Nice. Call back. Let's go.
What do you guys do?
Wait, are they like Vaseline to me, or it's just me? I'm like Vaseline.
To each other. That's how you guys are right now.
Nice. That's what ghosts feel like. That's sick.
Gorpheus, can you hear us? Gorpheus?
Oh, wait, I can't hear them right, but I can touch them, sort of.
You can hear them. They can't hear you.
I can hear you guys perfectly. I give them 3 thumbs up.
Oh, that's good. All right, the way is real. How about that? Sure, I thought it was just some nonsense our magnetic friend used to talk about, but wow, we're talking to a dead person. This is neat.
I do little claps. So proud of him. I point at them, and then I point at myself.
Yeah, where your best friends are here. The people you care about the most in the entire universe are right here. So,
and I'm like, do some finger guns. And then I'm just like, I do like kissy face, magic. Ooh.
I'm not gonna kiss you, Gorpheus. That's not. Like, it's not you. It's the dead part. Okay, I know I'm a robot. Like, life is a weird concept for me, but the dead thing, I'm not gonna kiss you, man. I'm sorry.
Gorpheus does a little oh god, what, a curtsy?
I bow.
Yeah, but trying to hold out his his cloak like a dress a little bit. Gorpheus is struggling. He's not great at this game.
To throw you a lifeline, Dom, is there an action roll you would like to do to represent this?
Consort.
Yeah, I want to. No. Fuck that.
Yeah, your entire being is at stake here. Don't listen to me.
I know, I'm gonna die.
Look, sometimes you gotta do the thing that makes sense that you're not good at.
All right, I'm gonna consort.
Oh, but wait, you're not actually trying to
desperate
hit on us.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Coward.
Give me a risky, because both of them are here. I'll say risky standard.
Oh, please just use a gambit so that at least it's a neutral roll.
How many gambits do we have left?
We start with 2.
So only 2 gambits? Do we really want to do this?
Yeah, but we get one every time we roll a risky 6, and I rolled a risky 6. Actually, so we have 3. Okay.
Dude, just roll without the gambit. Don't be a coward.
Roll with the gambit. We have 3. I rolled a risky 6.
All right. I think it's only fair that
don't use it. Don't.
There's 1 each. Use it.
I'll use it this one time because you're being so respectable and how responsible you're being. But we'll see. It's still 3.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, thank God at least we've gotten some progress on this thing when he takes away a bunch.
Do it.
things go badly, you suffer harm, a complication occurs, you end up in a desperate position, you lose this opportunity. I'm gonna say what happens is the images that you guys see, the like ghostly outlines, all sort of flicker. There's clearly like you're not in sync. You're not communicating as well as you need to be able to right now. I'm going to tick off one segment of the clock, bringing you back down to 3, but I'm also going to put you in a desperate position.
Oh man, I knew the way was bullshit.
Okay. This is totally fine. We can recover from this. How's hearing them going? They still hear them okay?
They're a little more muffled now. It's like staticky. Like the voices are sort of sharp and unpleasant to hear all of a sudden.
Oh shit! I try to raise up my my little arm and kind of use it as an antenna, even though then kind of realize I don't have the way powers, so I guess that's not gonna help. Damn it!
Yeah, Gorpheus, you try and fall back on the way, but it's not an option right now. Crash, Cypher, you can tell that Gorpheus is distressed and your connection is faltering, even if you're unable to tell what he's trying to communicate to you. What do you do?
I would like to dramatically hold out my hand to Gorpheus and strain really hard as I try to feel him through the way.
Stick your finger out and make it glow like
Yeah.
you did.
This is what he does, right, Captain? Gorpheus,
He does. I think he screws up his face a little bit more than that.
My like eyeballs just start going in like a snake pattern.
Yeah, there you go. That's more like it.
Gorpheus, you can tell that Cypher is reaching out to you, but there's no effect because Cypher has no connection to the way themselves.
Not even while I'm like in this way state. I can't way connect.
Yeah, if it's an opportunity for me to get you to make a desperate attune roll, I guess I can allow
Let's
that.
go, dude. Let's go, dude.
Like I didn't
God
think
damn
I'd
it.
have to ask so hard to make an attune roll. Like you're trying to beg us to use stats we never use.
My first instinct is if you try to do something that you just like in narrative can't do, it doesn't work. But these are special circumstances, and I'd really love to be able to reduce this clock down to 0. So I'll allow
That's
it.
fucked up, dude. Actually, that's real fucked up.
What's my effect? Great, extreme because we're in a way state.
Yeah, extreme, obviously.
Limited, desperate, limited.
That's a 2.
That is a 2. That is the lowest possible, or not the lowest possible roll, almost, but it is the worst possible result. And I think what happens here on a desperate 2 is that I am going to reduce 3 segments of that clock, bringing it down to 0, meaning that Gorpheus, you feel your entire essence sort of collapse in on itself for a moment. You feel your mind shattering. You feel you're losing yourself. But then there's a hand on your shoulder, and you look over and you see Bobby O, and he's back with you. And his presence is comforting. And he says, "It's gonna be okay, Gorpheus. But you gotta try hard. You gotta really want this." So, Gorpheus, you are going to mark 1 trauma. And I am going to reset that 8-segment clock back at 2 segments.
All right.
All right, now that he's traumatized, I'll stop trying to think this.
Nice.
Gorfius, what do you think they see when this happens?
As, the sort of spectral form of Gorfius sort of shatters a little bit and starts to crumble and fall to its knees. And then you see him just kind of slowly morph back together a little bit. And he's looking behind himself as if he's seeing someone there. Puts his little hand on his shoulder and squeezes a little bit and stands up and looks at his guys and is waving his arms frantically. Okay, guys.
You should have used the gambit.
Guys, we got this. We got to figure this out. Okay.
We have 2 more left, goddammit. If you roll any more disadvantaged dice, I'm going to throw a chopstick at you the next
We
time I
had
see
to get
you.
to 0 at least once.
If I could give a little bit of advice, maybe quit dicking around on this.
Yeah. Yes.
Look, that I only did the once, and I rolled a 6,
No, that's
goddammit.
true. That is actually true. Zach's been good.
And that was the first roll. I figured it was fine if somebody dicked around the first roll. I didn't expect everybody else to continue the trend.
so well that it just
I
felt
wanted
right.
Gorfius to finally have the trauma
What you have?
that he emotionally has had the entire game.
It's so true. He has been just haunted anyway. Honestly, he's really had the trauma even though you took one.
I know, right? Tom was like, yeah, you thought you were the traumatized one.
What do you guys do next?
I mean, I guess, I want to try and connect with Gorfius. I want to really kind of, convince him to come back. He can still see my spirit. I don't, man, how do you get somebody back with any of the prowess skills? I mean, is it possible? Can I scramble you back somehow?
I don't think so.
Scrap, fight the spirits that are, there are, wait, yeah, no, you're, I want to spirit battle his traumas with him. That's what I want to do.
So you want to give him a hug?
Surely there's a manifestation of his traumas in the spirit world, right? Like the monsters that we're fighting. I feel like that's, the perfect time when,
Sure,
spirit fight.
I think after this happened, I think you maybe do see some like lights or entities that are sort of like battering him.
Yes, and I want to help him battle back against these evils so that he can return to us.
Okay.
I'm a spirit ghost. I'm a force ghost, a way ghost in this world with him.
Give me an action roll. You said this was going to be a scrap. I'm going to say when the clock reset, I'm going to reset you back to a risky position.
Oh,
Let's
thank
make
God.
that a risky limited roll.
Oh my God, what a surprise.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just...
Hey, you got the roll. Like, take the win.
Risky. Why did you... Oh, okay. So 5.
Okay, so with a 5, I will mark off 1 segment of the clock, bringing that back up to 3. But there is a consequence. I think what happens is Lasaya is like faltering a little bit with maintaining this. She like falls to one knee. And the visual image of Gorfius disappears.
Oh, fuck.
You lose this opportunity to interact with this manifestation of him, but you can still feel his presence. It's just you can't see or physically interact with it right now.
Oh, we lost visuals, Gorfius. I'm just saying that in case he can still hear us.
Can I still hear him?
Yeah, Gorfius, you can still hear and see the ghost outlines of them, but it seems like they can no longer see you.
Shit. And I'm just in an empty void, right?
Yeah, you are in an empty void.
Do I see horrific manifestations?
There were some like sort of light sprite things that were sort of batting around you, but Crash's ghost ran up and sort of swatted them away, and now they're not irritating you so much. Crash is like right there. You can reach out and touch Crash, but you get the sense that he can no longer see you.
Okay, I take my
Grab my hand.
Yeah, I take my magical way hand that has no powers right now, and I clasp him on the shoulder, and I try to shake him.
Yeah, give me an action roll.
Oh, I'm just gonna go with a scramble here.
Scramble?
Or sway. Let me go with a sway.
I think sway makes way more sense than scramble.
Yes. Okay. I wasn't sure because I'm not like saying anything. So, is this what's the situation?
Give me a risky great sway roll.
Yes.
Because you're finally doing something that like relies on your connection with each other.
I mean, yeah.
Which is what I told you to do from the beginning.
No, you okay? Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I wanted him to be traumatized first.
Oh, that's great. My teammate wanted me to get traumatized. That's fantastic. A bonus die for finally doing what you the GM wanted us to do.
No, but you can spend a gambit.
How many gambits we have? 1, 2.
Two remaining.
Oh fuck yeah!
We should have one because Nate should have used one, but he didn't.
Are you actually
we have
kidding
two,
me?
Because we all said we would use one when there was 3, and you used that third, Dom.
Yeah, well, you know, my bad. But also, I rolled a 3.
Oh, that's
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Wow, how'd you pull that
dude,
off?
not good.
And you wasted our gambit?
Yes, and I wasted it the last time too.
You wasted a gambit on the best roll you could have had, and you rolled a 3. Embarrassing.
Here's what happens. Gorfius, you touch Crash, and you are instantly absorbed into his body.
What?
I am going to remove 2 segments of the clock, bringing that down to 1 of 8.
All right, we really need some successes.
But this might almost be a blessing in disguise. This is what happens. Crash, you can suddenly see Gorfius in full, not an outline of him.
Inside of me?
You feel him, like physically, sort of in your stomach.
Ew.
Is where it's like this weird, strange pressure in your guts.
Nobody's ever touched me like this before.
You almost feel like you're gonna barf. Like it's extremely unpleasant. I would also like you to mark a level 1 harm. We're gonna call this possessed by Gorfius.
Okay.
So you can now, Crash can now better communicate with Gorfius, but he's sort of getting farther away from where he needs to be, which is most importantly not in Crash.
Ooh, yeah, this is not right. Hey, Captain Crash! Captain Crash?
Can I hear him now?
Yes, like he's next to you.
Gorfius!
Oh my god.
Gorfius!
Yes.
I can hear you.
Yes. Oh my god, that's okay. That's
Gorfius,
one
are you
good thing.
inside of me?
Yeah, I guess I accidentally possessed your body.
Gorfius, you did not ask permission.
I'm just trying to come back to life, sir.
Captain, why are you talking to yourself?
And you felt like the best way to do that was to possess me?
Well, it was, it was an accident, okay? But take the good with the bad.
It's important to ask for consent before you enter a person.
No, you are right there, Captain. But let's look at the situation now. Okay, so, where's Lasaya? Can you bring me to Lasaya?
I turn to Lasaya.
Yeah, and so you can see Lasaya now, Gorpheus. She is like maintaining this connection with the way. She's down on one knee. She's like sweating buckets, and her eyes are like rolled back in her head. Her hair is doing that sort of like static electricity floating thing. You can tell she's like really struggling with this right now.
Lasaya, I'm possessed. Gorpheus is inside of me.
What?
He accidentally slipped in.
Basically, just to understand my position, so I am kind of possessing him. Am I not seeing myself in a body? I'm maybe like seeing...
You are like seeing out of Crash's eyes. Like you look down and you see Crash's hands.
Okay, cool. Okay, I see if I can move his one of his arms. I want to see if I can move his hand. I'm just playing around with it and see if I can take any control.
It's very like clumsy, but you can.
What are you doing? Stop it!
And that's how Captain Crash died instead.
It's okay, Captain. It's okay, Captain. Let go. Just be at one and at peace.
I'm gonna remember this. You better not do anything I wouldn't do.
Captain, I'm not gonna do anything crazy, okay? I take the hands, and I kind of want to go up to Lasaya, and I want to just try to put my arms against hers and try to support her and just lift her up. And kind of like with the weight and the pressure that's kind of bringing her down, I kind of want to just take some of the load off if I'm able to. And I'm going to just attempt a sway check to connect with her.
Yeah, I love that. Give me a risky great sway roll.
Are you gonna actually roll fucking good this time? Like not
I don't know.
4 dice with none of them being higher than a 3? I mean, come on. This is your trauma we're dealing with. You might already roleplay the haunted, but you're gonna have to be crazy if you screw up again.
Do you have a devil's bargain?
A devil's bargain. Okay, here is the devil's bargain. It's that this is going to cause almost like a power surge in the way with Lasaya as you make this connection, and it will cause some of the equipment on the Phoenix 13 to sort of backfire and malfunction, and you'll need to pay creds to have it repaired.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah,
it's not a big deal. I don't feel bad.
Oh
my god.
You should feel bad.
I rolled 3 1s and a 6.
And the 6 is all that matters. That means you do it without consequence and with great effect. That means that I'm going to fill up 3 segments of this clock. That is going to bring you up to 4. Halfway there. You lift up Lasaya, and she's able to sort of refocus and stabilize. There's that initial shockwave, and you see some like lights sort of explode, and your comm system gets a little fried. But Lasaya is able to stand up under the crushing weight of maintaining this connection. And her eyes sort of roll back to the front of her head, and she blinks a couple times, and she just says, "Captain Crash, what are you doing? I have a boyfriend."
Don't worry, baby. I'm possessed by Gorpheus right now. Think of it as a threesome.
Okay, Captain. Let's maybe not think of it that way.
Yeah, I don't want to be a voyeur.
Ah!
What do you guys do next? Cypher, I want to throw it to you if you've got something.
Look, Orpheus, I don't know if this is really working because it's magic hoo-ha. But if you can hear me, I just, I want you to know that I don't think we can do this without you. And we really need you back. And I love you, man. And, if you promise to come back to us, I'll be nice to Lisiah.
Says right in front of Lisiah.
Cypher, give me an action roll.
I'm just gonna command my friend to come back.
Okay. That is going to be a risky standard command. But you are going to lose a die on this because I think this will be affected by your fried circuits. Like, I think your words are not quite like even just coming out correctly. Like, you just sound a little wonky as you're trying to speak.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, of course you did.
A risky 1. Things go badly.
We have 2 gambits. And I'm going to throw a chopstick at you the next time I see you.
I'm not going to reduce any segments of the clock right now, but I am going to push you down to a desperate condition. As Gorpheus and Crash, your connection is starting to take more of a physical toll, and like a Crash, your body is just sort of like spasming at moments. Like really bad muscle pains start flaring up. Nothing like significant enough to mark as a harm right now, but could go that way if you guys can't get things to turn around.
Great.
Quick, Captain, do something!
All right. The captain wants to kind of channel Gorpheus. Oh, how do I channel? Oh, God. This is a really difficult challenge for us to do without using all of the skills we're bad at.
I know.
Yeah, it's a shame you can't just shoot Gorpheus back into the body.
It really is. It really is. Crash is good at a lot of practical bounty hunter skills.
But you'd think he's also good at talking to people.
Yeah,
Like, he seems like he would build towards
Is he, like, kind of okay at talking to people?
Yeah, he is. But, like, I'm crying out for an attune check right now. Because I'm being possessed by somebody,
I mean, okay. You do what you want to do. I'm just saying, I think it's very nice and fun that Cypher is rolling friggin', command when he's got 0 die. And you're like, well, let me do a tune. Even though you could try a sway. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Live your life, my guy. I believe in you. And I trust your judgment.
Maybe you can study your way through this, or
yeah, it's just that I'm currently possessed. I did Doctor, which is pretty off-brand. Earlier,
Attune is fun. It's just like it feels like there's definitely other things you could use, and you're not good at it too.
I think this is one of those things where you have to follow the narrative, not necessarily what you're good at.
You're right. And the fact is, I'm possessed by this guy, and I want to try and, attune myself using the altered mental state that I'm in to really connect with my bro Gorpheus on just an absolutely deeper level. He's inside of me, And I'm higher than I've ever been. Plus, there's some crazy way shit going on, and I'm not normally into that. But like, whatever we got to do.
Those are all excellent points. And because of that, I will say that this can be a desperate, great attune roll.
Oh my god.
Can I give him help?
How do you think you can help?
I'm gonna turn on a trippy light show.
Nice.
Visual stimulation really get my mind fucking going.
Yeah, that's great. Take a stress. Crash will get a bonus die. Crash, I do have a devil's bargain for you.
What is it?
This is a very special devil's bargain. I will give you, in addition to the bonus die, 1 permanent point in attune.
Ooh.
But the consequence of that is a level 1 harm that is, I'm going to call psionic flashbacks, that will also be permanent.
You know what? Screw it. Totally.
Do it.
Are you kidding?
You have
Absolutely.
to. You have no choice.
And your big toe always hurts.
Nice.
You sprain your ankle really bad.
Oh, dude, that's oof.
It's like just an absolute bummer for 6 weeks. No, 100%.
Okay. So you try and attune with Gorpheus, and with everything that is going on, you feel yourself permanently opening up your mind to the way in a matter you never could have imagined previously. Give yourself a bonus die, and you can immediately get that 1 point in attune.
All right. Great.
And listeners, this is not something that's in the book. This is just something I think is fun.
Yeah.
So save your emails.
You're ruining the balance.
No, don't. Send us your emails.
Absolutely ruining the game, Mike. It's a bit criminal. I mean, what even was the point in Crash getting that overdose and Jerry having to come in if he was just going to get a free point doing something? But anyway, I rolled a 5.
A 5. You do it, but there's a consequence. That is going to be, with great effect, 3 more segments on this clock. 7 of 8. But you do feel those muscle spasmings really starting to hurt. This is going to be a level 2 harm, muscle spasms. Crash is starting to take a really serious physical toll from all of this. But you feel Gorpheus starting to pull out of you and towards his own body. The connection is almost complete. Lysia is speeding up the mystical words that she's chanting to maintain this ritual connection. We need 1 more push. And I think it has to be from Gorpheus, right?
Oh, Captain, are you taking a dump right here in the middle of the room? Oh no, that's Gorpheus's head popping out.
Crash is fully giving birth to Gorpheus.
It sounds horrible.
Push, Captain, push! Come on, Gorpheus, you can do it!
And with the strength of my friends at my side, I want to give 1 great pull at the way to try to get me back in there. Or that's just fully not going to work at all. I have to do it a different way.
I think an attune could work here. I think Gorpheus is all like just starting to feel his connection with the way coming back, and he can pull on it, and maybe that's the final thing he needs.
We still have that gambit.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
This is going to be a desperate, great attune roll.
That is a 6.
Oh no, you're dead.
The lights across the entire Phoenix 13 immediately go out. Boo! It's like an EMP just went off. Cypher, your systems start like rebooting. You don't even know what's going on. You're immediately hit by this EMP. But what is an EMP other than electromagnetic?
Psychomagnetic powers!
Gorpheus sits up and sees Crash, Cypher, and Lysia standing around him.
Psychomagnetic powers!
Gorpheus, you're back! I thought we were gonna have to wait an entire season to figure out if you'd come back or not.
Unfortunately, we're on the last mission, so we had to give him back quicker. It was a writer's decision.
Yeah, I really thought they'd save this for the finale, but, you know, hey, good for me.
Didn't want to bring in a new character just for the end like that. That didn't test well with the audience.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I was definitely a big draw for the emotional core of the group, so... Gorpheus immediately tries to use his force powers on a random piece of metal just to see if they're there.
And it flies back to you.
Fuck yes! Oh my god.
Well, welcome back, buddy. How's it feel to be a new man?
I pull Crash and Lysia into a hug, and then I use my little hand to force pull Cypher into and just a big group hug that I pulled them all in. You guys saved my life!
Cypher gets drunk from the magnet.
And the four of you all get in a big group hug.
You guys saved me!
And then Lysia starts making out with Gorpheus and using like way too much tongue. And,
and it's like really freaky because I'm a freakish squid person. So, yeah, it's just like really gnarly looking.
Well, Captain, a bet's a bet. The crazy plan worked.
Cypher hands over like 2 creds to the captain.
The captain puts on like the Space Beach Boys.
And with the sweet, sweet sounds of the Space Beach Boys, we zoom out from this scene. And we see, standing in the doorway of the kitchen of the Phoenix 13, where all of this happened, the transparent image of Bobby O, who nods his head in approval, gives 1 thumbs up, and he says, "Very rock and roll of you." Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Nick. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.